How's it going, everybody? It's the Canadian Gardener here. It is a June 13th here, and 2018. I just wanted to show you the garden update that I've done. It's hard this year for fruit trees here because it's really warm in the day and it's cold at night. So I've found that a lot of the flowers didn't come out this year yet, and so we'll take a tour and I'll show you the updates that I've done. I've got a couple other little things that I've got this year for fruits and stuff. So this one here is a little blueberry. It's called a pink popcorn. That's what it looks like. And then I've got another little blueberry there that I've got. We'll see what happens with that. I've done a greenhouse this year. That's for my my tea that I'm going to do. Compost tea. Right now it's just bone meal in there, and I did this little greenhouse here out of an old car shelter, and you just make walls, you put the plastic on, and I got a fan up there, and you know, the door and everything, just an old door that I got, but it does the trick. That's the inside of it. Another fan there. I put the shade cloth there just because it was getting so hot in here. You got to have the fan. And then I did my little hydroponics trough here. All it is a tiny little fish pump, and I've got the hose running in the back of it, and you drill a little hole, and it's just an eave trough, and I just got to make something here so the water don't come out sometimes if it comes out. And you drill your holes here. They're little seedlings. They're going to start, but when they get bigger, you put them further apart. You put them so they give more room. So I'm just trying it out for this year now. It seems to be working okay. It's only been in here 2 days, so some other stuff that I have is tomato plants and all that, and that I bought this Roman, but I want to grow my own and do my own stuff. All my other little tropical trees are doing okay. I purchased a couple olive trees, a couple peppers and all that. So a lot of I start them, start from seed, and they end up like this. There's my thyme and tarragon from seeds, and then I'm going to try them in the pots. All my tropical trees that are here, my fig is there. It lost all its leaves. I took it out too early, and it was burning them and burning the leaves in the daytime. So I cut them, and then it's starting to get some new ones there. My lemon trees are doing really good though. They're getting all the leaves are turning okay. They love this heat in here, and they're growing pretty good. That's a papaya that I got, so we'll see how it goes. So the tropical trees like it in here. Just all a mix of herbs and stuff, and I'm trying to see. I had bok choy here that I cut off. I let it go to seed to see about the seeds and the flowering, but I decided to cut them up. And the basil, everything grows good in here. I got this mat from the greenhouse supply place, and it goes good. And I got some Miracle-Gro in there already mixed, so I add that once in a while. And just supplies, and it's it works good in here. So if you have a chance to do it, I'd suggest you do it. It's pretty damn fun. So I'll go around with you. Like I said, this pump I need to turn it on, and it's gonna start growing, doing that, and I'll water my garden with it. All it is another fish aquarium thing that I notched out the bucket here, and it works. It just flows through, and it keeps it going. My hot peppers that I do, I always cut the bottom of the leaves, as you can see, because it makes the top ones grow better, and it gives you bigger peppers, and they grow faster. So you'll have peppers a lot sooner, a lot bigger. And I do that to my green peppers. And I also do that to my tomato plants. Here I've got all my tomato plants. These are all extras that I've done. I tried them from seed. I got Bonnie's Best. I've got beef steak hybrids, I've got Romas, and I've got a couple San Marios, I believe, or anyways, they're doing pretty good for this year. Take you around, and there it is. That's the superfruit. That's a sweet honeysuckle, and that didn't give me nothing. And usually I've got some. It's got good leaves this year, but usually I have berries already. Same thing with my little kiwi that I have here. It's got tiny little kiwis there. So hopefully this year I'll have something. Last year they went to flower and they didn't do nothing. This here Muir blackberry. Last year, like I said, it had vines. It grew 20, 30 feet. I had to cut them. This year they're all dried, but they started growing new ones on the bottom. So usually it's high too. And you know, for now, hopefully it'll grow in the next couple of weeks. But it's doing okay. It's doing nice. My currants are doing good. I believe this is a black one. Yeah, that's a black one. That's my Guji, which is a lot better because last year the snails ate all the leaves almost, and this year, it's funny, hardly no snails and lots of ants and all that, but they don't seem to bother it too much. This guy's still growing, but he's not doing too much for me. We'll just keep him around, see what we can do. My blueberries, I don't know if they're lacking something, or I did feed them with fertilizer and stuff, but the leaves are yellow. So I'll have to check on it and stuff like that to see what's going on. But they do have blueberries on them, some of them. But we'll see what happens. Maybe it's something with the dirt that I got to add. This is a nectarine tree that I did from seed. Last year it was only about half the size, and this year it's full of leaves. And I'll trim it down a little bit whenever it comes to fall. I don't want to do it now. I want it to let it grow and do its own thing. So, but yeah, it's fun to do, and it's still growing here. So I don't know if I'll get any fruits on it, but you know what? It's still fun to do, right? Another little blueberry. Strawberries, of course. Well, they grow pretty good here. They bush out, so you have to take them out and all that. So, got a little friend there flying around. Got another one there that I have to take out because it's in my blueberry here. Then I've got some other fall goals that I've done. My little Juliet cherries, I've got only a couple again this year, but at least I got some, and it grew leaves everywhere, new branches, so I'm gonna have to trim it down once I get the fruits off of them. But I don't see too many cherries. There's a couple, but let's see where I can find it. Yeah, there's a couple, but they're not very big, but they're there. My other cherry tree, which is funny, it's growing some new leaves, but usually it's full of flowers last year, and I've got nothing this year. I didn't get one flower, not even trying, so I don't know if it's just the weather or what's going on, but I like this tree. Like I said, it's been with me for about 3 years, and right now it's close to 16 feet high, and it'll probably go up to about 25 this year, and I'll let it grow, and that's the highest I want it, and then I'll trim it around. A couple new blueberries. I got that one, sorry, and that's that pink lemonade one that has more leaves this year, so hopefully it'll start to give me something. That's my dill, which I like putting in containers. I find it helps out, and a lot of dragonflies this year. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, it flew away. More raspberries, some more peppers, and different little basket of fires, and green peppers last year didn't do good, but this year they seem to be growing for us. Some lemongrass, some more peppers. My boxes this year, I've got 10 in all. There's some already. These are my radishes, and I put my marigold like I did last year. I started from seed in the house with my LCD lights, and you know, it didn't cost me nothing except a pack of flowers, and they're doing good. There's my onions. That's the box of onions that I did. They're mixed from reds to white, and I believe some of them are they're called yellow golds. You can tell the peppers are growing. This is called the big red pepper or something. Then I have salad. I'm letting go to seed. Actually, I was just trying to see if I can get some seeds actually, so they're flowering up, but I don't usually eat those. I think it's a regular, or I don't know. Anyways, my strawberries, they're there, they're growing, but they're not doing a whole heck of a lot. Some are growing on the side, and they're there, but usually the bugs eat them before I have a chance to eat them, and that's why I'm going to try to do it in my hydroponics. But a cucumber bush there that I've put last year. I had some. They were small, like size of baseball, hard balls, and they grow really nice. I didn't know where to put it this year, so I put it in there, and letting everything try to grow all the way around it. This is my herb garden. So I've got all my herbs that I have in there, my dill, my some dill in there, but I try to mix and make a box this year to put all the stuff in, and it seems to be pretty good. I want something that everything that grows really good together. These are my other boxes that I have, and they're ready to plant stuff in. I got to paint them up. Got them all ready yesterday, so they're nice. They work out really good. They save your back, anyways. So this is my garden from last year, but same design, but I just changed things up a bit. So I've got my cucumbers on the sides, and I've got my beans here. We got flowers on them and all that. Then I've got some green peppers all the way along. This year I'm putting them in there. Tomatoes and corn this year. Just trying it. I won't get much of it, but you know what? It's just trying to do a different thing for my garden. I've got celery and celery root in here. I got all the tomatoes that I've done, and as you can see, I do cut the bottom. I cut the bottom of them because I find the air goes through better, and it works out pretty good. And this is the little wind tunnel cover that I did for the greenhouse. All I did was PVC electrical conduit, and then I've got PVC piping. They're 10-footers. I just put them about 4 feet apart, and then I put them in the ground about 2 feet, and then I put the other ones through, and I put the plastic over, and they've grew in here because it's like a greenhouse effect. 2 feet. Well, you could tell the difference. They were that size, and now you could tell they're way bigger on this side, and that's just by having this in the greenhouse, this little wind tunnel. My beets that I'm growing, they're growing good in here too. They're almost on the ground, and they're starting to go. It just makes the sun shine harder on them, and they're already flowering and stuff like that, so it works out pretty good. This is the garlic that I had from last year. I left it in all winter, and I left it in because it was too small. So we'll see how it goes. And the rest there, they're my yellow fall raspberries that I did, and they were pretty good last year. So they're doing really good, and they're good all year. So once they get going there, they don't stop. Other than that, I'll take you around here. So this is a little, I did it last year, but that's a little pear tree that I did from seed, and it's coming out. It's, it's getting there. It's still small, but it's getting there. This is my Asian pear, and it didn't give me nothing again for flowers this year, but at least gave me leaves, and it's growing from the bottom. I know I should be cutting them at the bottom and letting it grow, but I was trying to see if I could get the babies off of them and regrow them. So that's something I want to wait till the tree's strong enough so I can do it. My Granny Smith, it didn't do good. It's growing new at the bottom, but maybe because of the winter, it didn't do a good job for me. It dried out, so that's it there. So it's growing new, so maybe I'll just cut it and see if it grows around it, and we'll go from there. My new addition that I've got this year was this little green prune, I believe, American plum, sorry, and it it went in and it had flowers a little bit, but then nothing came out of it. Like I said, I don't know, but it's growing. So we'll give it a, hopefully a couple years, and we'll see how it goes. This one here is a apple crisp apple. I do have apples growing there. So I only have about 6 on here, and if nothing eats them, we'll get to try some. But, oops. They're, I've got them going in a circle here, if you can see. And here's my peach trees that I did. I bought 2 of the dwarfs. And it lost all its leaves, and I thought they were dying, but they're getting new leaves here. So I know I won't get any fruits from them, but at least I'll have something. And here's the other one. So at least they're coming back. And I know the shock sometimes it does shock them. I did a little. Usually I don't do too many flowers there, but I did some growing vines there. Put a little birdhouse up there, so I'm gonna try to do something a little bit different to bring up the garden a bit there. So this is bok choy and letting go to flower and all that, and doing a couple things. It was super wet. I let it dry. Now it's getting a little dry, so I have to water it. And those are my other tomatoes that I've done. So tomatoes are doing good this year. There's a cucumber that I have in there. So I don't know, it's fun. It's I hope you get out there and you garden, and it's just fun to do. It just relaxes you. It changes your mind from all the stress of work, and it's not much. It's not $1 million place or nothing like that, but it's my own, and it's sometimes you got to put a little bit of effort, or nothing's. It's up to you. You either buy it and you're taking a chance of where it comes from, and then or you can grow your own. And it is hard work. It's not just plant and forget about it. There's weeding. There's all the watering every day, because if it gets hot, and you got to make sure everything's you trim the bottom dead leaves and stuff. Like even myself, I let that go because it was in I'm trying to get the seeds out of it though. But if you don't take care of it, it's not going to grow and it's going to die. So anyways, so that's it for now. If there's any changes other than that, I'll let you guys know. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And good luck and good gardening. I'll talk to you on the next video. All right, thank you. Bye.